Okay, I am back. I haven't eaten yet, despite the fact that's 8:13. There are various reasons why, but I won't go into them. I guess they're personal. Let's just continue, shall we? Ah, my eyes. I'm debating whether to start the Volume 4 reaction early. But I'll save that for later. Or if you guys want it early, tell me in the comment sections below. Alright, me and Titania are going to Vale to meet up with Bella. Little Cauldron are on the way there in the Bullhead. Alright, me and Evelyn are going to work on her semblance. Osmond or not, it's better to have more instead of less in our arsenal. And I'll go to Papa's airship to speak with our prospective hacker. By the way, Penny, if it's who I think it is, are you sure it's a good idea to ask her? Yeah, wouldn't helping us be going against the rules or something? It would, but I know just the logical train of thought that will persuade her to assist in this endeavor. Alright, just make sure this doesn't get back to General Ironwood, alright? There's no way Osmond got his hands on a magic transferring machine prototype without the help of Atlas. Whoa. Okay. Crap, Hey, Minoscane. Here's a quick thought, but at least move Main Street up a few smidge so people probably don't accidentally hit the menu button when they go for this. Not a whole lot, just a smidge. Anything from Neo? No? Oops, I didn't mean to click the gym. Although I'm probably going there anyway. Drink. Must always keep yourself hydrated. It's good to have more power. First, let's see. And, oh, Neo. Did me not contacting her really get her that much? Hold up, let me check something. Okay, we're good. I mean, Neo has gotten hung up on to some weirdly specific things before, but I don't know. I don't think I said anything that could be taken as angering. So maybe it's something else? Ugh, I hate getting blood on my hat. Dry cleaning these things is always a bother. Thankfully, it's black, so it's not always an immediate concern, but the smell accumulates, you know? Alright, what's with the silent treatment? You've been giving me, young lady? We've spoken about this already. We need to do this ourselves because our men are otherwise occupied. And no, our partners wouldn't take kindly to us diverting resources from the operation. Also, this is the best way we have of putting up a show of force. The hell do you mean, why do we have to appease them in the first place? Have you forgotten what we're dealing with here? Not impressed? With what, exactly? Are you not impressed? The terrorist with stolen prototype Atlas weapons? The girl with magic powers? Or the Grim at her beck and call? I guess if she talked to me and knows about our situation, I can imagine that she's not impressed. Because, let's see, fighting a fiery god with hunter-skilled people who can wreck house. Yeah. No, we can't take them. We're an organization of thieves, Neo. You and me are the only ones who can use aura, and 10 of our underlings don't have half the training or drive of one of the Fangs. You really think I haven't thought about cutting off the head? We're not doing that. Because I said so, young lady. This conversation is over. We're going to do nothing but obey like good little pawns under the protection of the bigger, badder wolf that came into town and hope that the storm overlooks us. When it hits, nothing else am I clear. And she's gone. I've been asking myself that question every day for the last 15 years, Neo. Need to fix something. Fix that. Oh, oops. Let me put that up. Okay. Tuesday. Day 150-35. Your historical knowledge increased by 5. What? Every time I think of that, I'm thinking of Dungeons and Dragons for whatever reason. Why am I even saying that? Because I never even played Dungeons and Dragons once. Although my friends have, and we drove into a conversation at some point, but never mind. No semblance for carrots yet, but we will get there. Unlocking a semblance the normal way is frustrating after having had one since I was a kid. I know the feeling. How did the first charge with Bella go, partner? Pretty well. She's still afraid that I will recoil in disgust whenever I touch her, not that I blame her. And speaking of semblances, I will probably skip a charge tomorrow to train and see what her inspiration is like. Good idea. Maybe you can train with me and Evelyn. And, how did the cold Gennaro go, Titania? As well as it could have gone. Gennaro, are you there? I want to help. I know you do. I want to help right now. Yeah, no can do. We're still not ready. I want to crash another Drago in that school and make it dig up Amber. That'll probably kill her in the process. I want to do something. I can't just sit here and wait. Sadly, that's all you can do. Other than think, Gennaro. Think about what? Right now we have a plan to cure her, and we're working on how to gain access to the vault where she's at. Last thing we need to think about is how to get in there unnoticed. I have no idea how to make that happen. Which is why I said we need to think about this. You want to save Amber. We do too. But exactly because her life is at stake here, we cannot rush into this blindly. I understand. She's more angry than sad, though. She'll pull through. Hopefully. We'll need all the help we can get. Speaking of help, how did it go with our prospective hacker, Penny? Well, this is Penny we're talking about, so I bet she did something. What did you just ask me? Well, I figured it'll be only logical. And the Atlas army is so fearful about my battle prowess, they certainly wouldn't fight proverbial fire with more fire by creating an equal of mine. Hence, I'm 99% positive that your talents lie in code. Ergo, you should be more than ideal for such a task. That's not what I meant. You just asked for your help in saving a friend. A friend that, while you may have not met so far, was also instrumental in our escape from the Burrito Forest. Professor Peace Semblance may have created the napalm, but who do you think placed it in such strategic positions and then ignited it? I get it, but still, you can't possibly ask me to hack into a system developed by the Atlas military for one of General Ironwood's most trusted allies with a straight face. It's against any protocol and duty. I'm conscious of that, but Seal, not helping us in the endeavor would go against your prime directive. Excuse me? What's your prime directive, Seal? Stopping you, in case you go rogue. Indeed. Would you say that preemptive prevention of such individualities is also included in the list of your duties? Obviously. Well, the hacking request is part of a bigger plan to try and save our friend covertly. The vault has only one access and is otherwise protected by meters of earth, concrete, and possibly metal. If we can't do this subtly, we will be forced to use more drastic measures. You wouldn't. I would, and I will. Again, I like this music. It's freaking awesome. I actually have it as my ringtone now. Well, for my messages and notifications on my phone, but it's awesome. Do you realize the kind of confrontation you would force? The confrontation would be forced the moment we fail to go about this secretly. The risk you would take, what could happen? It's a risk I'm willing to take. Everyone else already undertook similar risks, foolishly or not. Evelyn, Jack, and Noah all risked their lives to help someone else. Noah almost killed himself, and while I hate for anyone to have come to resort to something so drastic, I'm 100% ready to do everything in my power for the sake of my friends. You're right. Not helping you would go against my prime directive. I'm sorry to force your hand, Seal. And making you go to the same extremes they went to, after I chastised him, would make me feel like the biggest hypocrite in the world. Thank you, Seal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, so I'm just going to say Seal every single time. As calculated, Seal has agreed to help us. Well, I'll be damned. Did you use a secret gynoid handshake or something? Something like that. Still, she told me that while Vale's network in general is easy to access, the systems in the school are much more secure, especially in the tower. So it's going to take time. It's fine. We all have our own tasks. And they will be taken care of. Just wait for us, Amber. Actually, Okay. I'm debating whether or not to have the penny thing as background music for myself. I shouldn't. But again, so freaking nice. Let's see if we can encounter Neo at all. I mean, she is mute, but I don't like not hearing from her. Maybe she did get angry at me? Should I try sending her another message, or... Oh, good. Just the person I wanted to see. Speaking of which... Roman Torchwick? Yeah, you can bask in my presence later. Have you heard from Neo? No, wait, I thought she was with you. What happened to her? What happened to Neo? We had a fight, I guess. And her semblance makes her very difficult to find if she doesn't want to be found. Have you tried sending her a message? Hasn't replied. Mind trying for me, bestie? Of course, just one moment. No answer yet. She must have guessed we are together. Hell, for all I know, she could be looking at us right now. That little psycho. Why can't she understand? She could be looking just what does her semblance do? Sharing trade secrets in the quickest way to an early grave, bestie. And that goes double for semblances. The moment you reveal their nature is the moment you expose your weak points. And the other guy is smart enough. If the other guy is smart enough. I guess you're right. More importantly, what happened? Last I spoke with Neo, we were talking, well... About what? Well, I kind of almost died recently, and she got upset, and I didn't ask for her help. And I told her that with her job, I didn't want to disturb her. So that's why this suddenly came to a head. God's damn it. You mean this is my fault? In a way. Look, you mentioned her job. What do you know about it? Well, I know she's a criminal, and I guess you're second in command. Also, she told me that you're doing grunt work because all your men are otherwise occupied. All correct, yes. What she forgot to mention is that we're not exactly doing this because we want to. But you're the boss of the city. And the forces who gently requested our assistance are something that go beyond even that. There's no refusing them, and so we have been making do. A loss of liberty is a price I'm willing to pay if the alternative is annihilation. And so far she has complained and even threw a fuss every now and then, but she mostly accepted it. But then she goes and gets a best friend. And now her loss of liberty doesn't just prevent her from seeing you, it prevented her from being there for you when you needed her the most. Neo. Hence our confrontation and her disappearance. I understand why she might be frustrated. But I know for a fact that Neo thinks the world of you, Mr. Torchwick. I know. I mean, it can't be just that which made her so angry at you. It wasn't. Then... The Roman she knows would have never let a bunch of punks walk all over him, annihilation or not. My liberty, my freedom is the entire reason why I entered the business to begin with. Why I left the academy, why I climbed to the top of the food chain in this city. Roman Torchwick is his own man. He doesn't lick boots, he doesn't submit, and if he can't break through a wall, he will find a way around it. That's what I've always been, and that's the person Neo met. Then, what happened? Neo happened. Wipe that smile off your face. Have you ever told her that? Of course not. Then she might find a way to convince me to risk my life. Risk both our lives. I understand your concerns. Believe me, I do. But you risk losing her altogether like this. Maybe that'll be best. Neo is not me, and she shouldn't be trying to become me. Whatever. Enough with the mushy stuff. Contact me if anything about Neo comes up, and shush about everything we just talked about. Will do. I should go back to the beacon, anyway. Yeah, let's swap scroll numbers as we walk. Of course Neo has been there the entire time. Okay, let's see. Is there a story? Nope. Then let's look around. Because, again, I feel like Crow is bugged. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'm pretty sure he is. Because it's just nothing's going on, despite the fact of multiple tries. Good morning, sleepyhead. Wednesday, day 136. Uh, I shouldn't have skipped on meditation. For the first time in years, my mind is clear enough to actually focus, and I don't know how to do it. Is unlocking a semblance really that complicated? It can be. Not everyone unlocks it in the heat of things, partner. Yeah, meanie, cheater. Most people just do it by working on their aura and, well, you know how you have to focus on the feelings you get from certain people for your inspirations? To unlock your own semblance, you need to focus on yourself. What you are as a person. What I am as a person? It's a psychoanalysis and a half, really. A semblance is supposed to be symbolic of your real inner self. Huh. So a semblance like mine. I say you really, really want to make friends? If you say so. Although, if it's like that, why is it also able to kill the people I'm connected with? Mine is probably symbolic of how I wish for things around me to just stop. Because I hate seeing people I care about going away where I can't reach them. And mine, I don't know yet. I don't even really know what kind of person I really am without that thing in my head. Sounds bothersome. Want to talk about it? Definitely not. You're making it even harder to focus, mister. And that's usually my role. So shoot. Alright. I'm going over there. Have fun. Wait. Maybe that's the point? You got an idea? I think I did. So, Bella's inspiration. The feeling I got from Bella when we shared aura. Oh man, this is embarrassing. Bella? You... What's wrong, Noah? Bella, I mean... when I share my aura with someone, I also get an impression of their emotions, usually. The strongest one, or one that defines them as a person. Oh. I mean, I understood that you were somewhat enamored with me, but... Well, you absolutely adore me. I'm sorry, Noah. This isn't something to be sorry about. I just want to understand. Why? How? It's because... It's a bit silly, but... It's because you're my hero. I'm what? Summer, when she stayed with us, it was just a silly game of make-believe. She told me bedtime stories about a hero coming to save two lonely girls. But wasn't she your hero? Yes, but even she couldn't fix everything. She saved us from Marcus Black, but she couldn't fix me. Couldn't give us our bodies back. So, she made up those stories for me, and, well, you're really similar to what I imagine my hero to be like. I told you it's silly. You mean I look like the person you made up in your mind? I do remember he was a blonde. But it's more than that. When I first heard of you in my addled mind, a person who could share his aura, of course he had to be my savior. He could empower me and allow me to do everything I want. But then I really met you, and it's much more than that. You're brave, and you're smart, and you're kind, and you're fun. And you're willing to fight and hurt to protect the people you love. And you even wear white and red now, just like Summer did. And you even care about someone like me. This is... Oh gods, what am I supposed to say here? So, Noah, it doesn't matter what you're up against or what you need to do. If you say that you're going to do something, I know that you'll do it. Because you're my hero. Well, that was embarrassing to read. Because, again, every time I say my own name from because the game is saying my name, it makes it sound like I'm talking in third person here. I wish I was as awesome as you think of me, Bella. I'm nowhere near strong enough to actually be the image you have of me in your head. I can't be. I mean, it's understandable. I have to always play catch up. I'm surrounded by people who are more trained and more experienced than me. And now that I think about it, that's never been how I succeeded, have I? Because I have succeeded. Every single time I found myself in a conundrum, big or small, I've succeeded, and not because I had the bigger bang or I suddenly got an advantage, but because I took chances that someone else wouldn't, and by thinking outside the box, and because my friends were there for me. I'm not strong enough to actually accomplish something on my own, but I think I'm starting to see a way I can always be useful. I just need to get better at using what I already have, my arsenal. And speaking of which, what have you given me, Bella? Well, will help me become the me you see in your head. Okay, let's look around. Hey, check something real quick. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's look around. Okay. Gym it is. How strong is our stats at anyway? 66. I'll stop it at 70, and then we'll work on our stuff. See if there's a story thing. No. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any story things yet. I see Crow is still bugged. Okay, I'll end this part here. On to the next one.